Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at not Karos Online. This is actually Rosh Online, the return of Karos. So basically what we have here is an updated version of the old game Karos Online, which it's kind of nice to see some of these games update, get picked up by other companies and stuff like that when they do get updated. But you can see I started one character, got into level 7, getting good understanding of what's going on. Let's go through the character creation process. Looks like we've got 4 slots. We've already taken one, we've got 3 more, but let's go through and see what different classes we have. So down at the bottom we can see we've got 7 different character classes. We've got a Mystic, and we can click on each of these and bring them up. So we've got a Mystic, we've got a Bow Mistress, we've got the Blader, we've got a Paladin, a Rogue, the Gunner, which is the one that I started, which is kind of cool. We got a little flamethrower, and a Sorceress. So, I mean, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Basically, your Mystic, you've kind of got your healer type, Bow Mistress, range DPS, Blader, up close DPS, Paladin, your tank, Rogue, another form of up close DPS, Gunner, another form of range DPS, and obviously the Sorceress, the same thing. Now, unfortunately, it is gender locked, so you're only going to be able to pick and choose which one you want, because once we get in here, you can see right there, we've got female, and we're stuck with the female. Now, this is one thing that's kind of disappointing. If I want to rotate her around and see what's going on here, look at how slow that is. I mean, you know, talk about dramatic effect. I guess that's what they're going for. Rotate the character nice and slow. Doesn't give me the opportunity to do it with my mouse, but that's not too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and name our character and look at what options we have here. So we just have a couple, and it's basically our face options, which there aren't too many of. Essentially, there's 3. And then we've got hair options. We've got A, B, C, D, and that's it. So let's see what we want to do as far as hair is concerned. Let's go ahead and go with that one. Let's go with, and then you've got a few different colors you can go with, kind of a blue, a purple, dark kind of color. Not a lot of options here, but that's all right. I mean, it's a great update from the old version of the game. So let's go ahead and create this character, and there we go. So we lost all of our armor. We've got this great mesh underboob going on, so that's something to be happy about. And it looks like she's running around with a trident, so she's a gladiator right out of the gate. So let's start the game, get started in there. Now, one thing I can tell you, I guess we got to pick which character we're going to use before we start the game. So there we go, and she's already wielding some of her different magic that she can use. And one thing I can tell you with the update of the game is that the game did get a pretty decent graphics overhaul. So it's really kind of funny because you get in here and you end up in the exact same place and the exact same, you're going to see a lot of the exact same stuff, but overall the game's graphics did get a nice overhaul. The sky looks great. You got great moving clouds. Now, granted, I mean, is it the best graphics out there? No, I mean, it's not the best, but still it looks pretty darn good as far as the overhaul and from what the old game used to look like. So let's head over here, pick up our first quest. We've got the typical little icon as far as the exclamation point, the yellow exclamation point above this guy's head, Domingo. So let's pick up the quest, protecting the farm. Let's accept that. Basically, he wants us to go ahead and take out 3 little spiders. All right, so we've got all that. We've picked up our quest. Let's see what we've got here. We've got some hotkey stuff. Basically, they're giving you, okay, these are where all your hotkeys are. There's nothing too far out of the ordinary here, which is always nice when they keep things simple. You know, I don't understand why games try and vary too much from what people know. There's just too much opportunity. But it looks like we have a little botter down here, so we're going to have to work our way around that. Now, what is really weird is they did put this painful shock here, but you've got some interesting hotkeys right in the beginning here. You've got a target hotkey. Now, you can actually get rid of that right out of the gate, and I'll tell you why, because you can use tab to target a monster, and let's go ahead and throw off our first spell. So we got a little bit of casting time and nice little one-shot. So let's keep doing that. Looks like we've got great cooldown on our painful shock. We've actually already leveled up, and that's one thing that the game does say that it kind of prides itself on a little bit, is that leveling up is really, really fast. They want to kind of get you out of kind of the grind and moving forward into the latter part of the game rather quickly. So and into they've got an interesting dungeon system. So once you get into instances, you can run instances very similar to stuff that you've seen in the past, but then they have an additional system which is basically it's called an extreme instance dungeon. You essentially battle amongst other users as you kind of go through and hunt monsters. So you kind of in a race. So God bless me. So let's go ahead and turn in this quest, receive reward, and let's pick up a new one. Now I'm going to tell you that even though the game did launch just a couple of days ago, there have been, even in my limited amount of play, there have been a couple of little, not major bugs. They're definitely small bugs. One of them being when you do turn in quests that you have essentially completed all the tasks for, and then you go to turn it in, and the quest only has one reward piece. Instead of just giving you that one reward piece, you actually have to select that one reward. So kind of weird as far as that is concerned. But like I said, it's nothing too glaring. But like I said, there are some minor bugs. Nothing that's too bad. There is some pathing issues. Like you'll get into certain areas and you'll be cruising in a direction and your character will just kind of stop, or he can't run around different things when you've clicked. Because you can point or click, or you can WASD. So I don't know, maybe I've just gotten so used to point and click because I've been reviewing a bunch of games lately that have point and click, and then also playing some Diablo lately. So maybe I'm just getting way too used to the point and click interface. But it does give you an opportunity. I mean, a lot of these monsters here in the beginning, you're going to be able to plow through them pretty quick. And, you know, I am already level 2. And let's see, what am I getting as far as every time I kill one of these guys? Where's my actual experience up at the top? So I'm almost getting a bar and a half of experience for every one of these guys I take out. So no wonder there's guys just kind of grinding away to take these guys out. So let's get down here and get our loot. We've got some carrots. Now the game is actually, that's the game's currency, is the carrot. So I've got 303 of those already. We did get this limited edition sorcerer set. So let's open that up and actually equip some of this stuff, because it actually is much more powerful than the stuff that I'm wearing, and hopefully will make it to where anything I don't one-shot, I automatically will one-shot. We also have this red jackpot box. Let's see what's in there. So Spirit of the Warrior, increased attack power. That's fantastic. I just got a Spirit of the Warrior, which essentially increases my attack power when all I'm using is magic. So fantastic. So did we complete our quests? We did. We completed our 2 quests. So let's cruise over here. So you can see right here I'm running into some of those pathing issues. So what am I running into? There's basically nothing. Why am I not sliding down the side of that little hill? So little stuff, little things that they'll probably correct over time, but kind of annoying right now, especially when you're trying to cruise off in far directions. So let's accept this new quest. We need to go talk to the warehouse keeper inside of town. So let's cruise over inside of town, and let's click really far off in the distance and see if we can run in there while we look at some of the other interface stuff. So of course, I got caught by a little edge of this branch for whatever reason, and that stopped me from running away. So let's see, we got return slot, we got quest marker, we got world map, we got the cash store. Let's take a look at the world map. So now you can see on the world map, we've got a couple of different exclamation points. So we can go over here and we can talk to these guys, pick up these quests. It's kind of nice that you could talk to them from a distance too. You don't have to get right up and close on them. So let's see, we picked that one up, which essentially we need to collect some of these coins, which you'll collect from any type of little creatures, which is really weird because you've got these prairie dogs. Let's take a look at this guy. Now he's got a little, what looks like a stinger on his tail, but they drop actual like insect parts, which is really kind of strange. So I don't know who was in charge of dealing with that stuff, but dogs dropping insect parts is kind of strange in my book. But like I said, once again, not a huge deal. So pick up those quests, and then we've got, this is what shows up on the map. This is the main thing I wanted to show you. So you can see you've got Holio's Trouble. It's kind of weird to see the word Holio in a video game because all I think about is Beavis and Butthead. But anyways, you see this little area show up, and that tells you essentially where you need to go to complete your quest. So it's kind of nice that they give you that little area on the map so you don't have to actually search all over the place. And also sometimes it gets a little bit to be a pain in the ass with some of these games, as they don't necessarily do the best job with their quest descriptions of exactly where you need to go. So let's cruise into town and go talk to, who do we need to talk to again? Anne. So now as you're going through, you're going to learn different things from these different kind of tutorial pieces or help pieces that come up. So that's about the skills, and then you've got your quest log, and you've also got this little arrow thing pointing above, telling you in the direction you want to go. But that's kind of one of those things that's just going to get you around. Sometimes it leads you in the wrong direction. And then you've got your basic remember stone, so you're going to be able to save and then use that stone and just teleport back to where you were. It's also kind of nice, you see other players running around in the game, so it's not one of those things you're going to log in and have it be completely barren, and you're not going to be able to find anybody else to play with. So the game, even though it's not inundated with players, does have a decent amount of players running around. And there is only one server and one channel right now, so that's probably helping keep the population on the one server pretty decent. So let's take a look at some of the other things. Let's actually take a look at our skills. So we've got 2 skill points right now. We've also got this Fleta, and you'll see up here, right here, you got FP, and as you attack monsters and kill them and stuff like that, you're going to earn these FPs, and then you're going to be able to put them into different things. And these are a lot of like attribute gains, and as you can see, like increased attack power, increased magic power, and then you've got a maximum you can put of 10 points into there and stuff like that. Now, in addition to that, you have your normal skills. So we've actually got this painful shock. Then we've got damage code RAM, which reduces the target's movement speed. And then you've got occult code weaken, and then you've got mana point recovery. Well, I'm just going to dump everything that I have right now into here. And when can we update this again? Let's see. Mana point cost, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's got level 5 for the next grade, so it's over there on the left side. So do we want any of these other things here? Let's actually increase our mana point recovery, because that's a nice, is this a nice, do we get this as a passive skill? It's a buff, so we actually have to use it. Let's drop it down in here and take a look. So let's go ahead and, no, I think it's actually a passive skill, which is really weird that I can, even though it says cooldown, so really weird. So maybe I have to target myself. Let's go ahead and target myself and cast that. Nope, still not working. So I don't know, maybe it's just a passive skill, but either way, it's not letting me cast it. Maybe it's a bug, who knows. So let's see, we need to talk to this guy right over here, and it's too bad because I don't know where my little arrow above my head went. So you can also talk to this character right here and start to learn crafting. You can see you've got flooded gems, we've flooded gem weapon. You can see there's quite an extensive bunch of different things that you can craft, and actually they give you the option to see them all right out of the gate. You see the minimum level 25 and what it does and all the powers it has, and then you can also see what you need to gather. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do this right now, but you can see, nice to see that the game has a decent crafting system. So let's go through and buy and sell some stuff. Let's see, we don't need this, we don't need a big pedal, we don't need this old armor, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Actually, this is going to take too long because it's not, because the game doesn't have, it has the purchase, so I can go ahead and select an item to purchase, or I can do bulk buys to buy multiple items, but it doesn't have a buyback system, so you have to confirm everything when you take and actually purchase it. So let's go ahead and let's talk to him. Let's confirm that quest, Dalton's request, go get 3 bundles of soft hair. All right, so let's head back outside and go do the fun stuff, which is actually killing stuff. So let's see what other things we have here. We've got the user shop, so really weird. We've got a cash shop, and then we've got a user shop. So that must be me setting up shop. We've got our quest log where we can see all of our different quests, and we've got different ones that are available, but there's none that are available. Then you've got different ones that are general, and then you got general twice, which is really kind of weird. Then you've got repeatable, which essentially looks like it's I was going to say daily quest, but it's not. It's just repeatable. And then you've got daily quests. So you've got a lot of different stuff going on there. Let's see. I think we have to take out some of these owl bear cubs to get these hairs. So let's just start working on these guys a little bit. It's great since they're going down one at a time. They're going down with one shot, but it looks like we're going to have to find a little place to go take them out as these guys are just wreaking havoc on all these owl bears over here. Let's see. Did we get it? Have we gotten anything? Yep, we got one of our hairs. So we could take and we don't have to pick anything up for a lot of these quest things. We just have to just take these guys out. So let's get this guy. And you know what? Let's actually cruise over here and start looking at some of the other monsters. Now this was another thing where I was saying they do have a little bit of bugs to work out. And let me show you. Let me bring up the quest menu. Let's go to general, and this quest is Dalton's request. So 3 soft hairs. So if you go in here, you can see there's kind of some errors in these quest logs. And these guys are actually called green mouse. They're not called the owlbear cubs. So just some little stuff like that it looks like it's just little polish. But it's really weird to me that the game would actually go and be considered a live product, that they launched and said, okay, well, we're going to take this game live, when you have these little polish items that aren't completed. And these are not things that, you know, it took me a long time to find. So, I mean, I don't know who's doing playtesting for them or telling them, or maybe they're just ignoring it, but who knows. So, but overall, I mean, the game is a pretty generic MMORPG. Right out of the gate, there's nothing too crazy that's really making it stand out. If you're an old fan of the old Kairos game, definitely you want to check it out because of the enhanced graphics. Sound wise, you've got your usual stuff. You've got music going on, you've got decent sound effects. It's nice because I'm not hearing stuff like I have been recently. I don't know what it's been. It's just been a lot of different stuff from games, just copying other games' sound effects and stuff like that, and music even. So really weird to me. So either way, we've completed a bunch of quests, but I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. If you'd like to play or learn more about Rosh Online, the Return of Kairos, you can read our full review at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.